This is a video about Heller Farms. Started out with Dad and his camera, and he developed his own pictures. These are pictures that he took when he worked in Montana for a couple of years, and also pictures of Sutton, where he worked too, before he went in the Army. These are people, a lot of them I don't know, that were pictures he took and developed. Mostly farming pictures. This was a lion shack where they stayed, and a picture of a zoo, I believe. This was a home, I believe, that where it was by Devonport, where he was raised. Or it could have been. No, I believe that's what it was. Here's a picture of him on a donkey, dressed up as a chamberlain. Army pictures when he was in 1918. He didn't get to go overseas. There's his sister, half-sister, Frida. His brother, Gus, and Gus' wife later, Milsey. Milut, was her name. This is Bob Pratt's place, and Dad and a horse. Mother and Dad cutting wood. This is Bob Pratt's house, where they lived in Manatee and North Riverborn. These are just more pictures that he developed on his own. He got married in 1920. Then they moved to Gardner. This picture was in Montana or Sutton. Horse got a colic and they had to take the harness off. Dad in front of the house at Bob Pratt's. He rented the farm there for a few years. Then he had to move, so he went to built the new farm. Our family, mother, Elaine with chickens, Dad always liked cows. He raised mostly cows and fed the grain to the cows. This picture of me. Dad during a flood when the water was up with the girls. A later picture of the cows and horses. The tent in the background is for hired men. Shocking. Me in a 37 Chevy car, which I got big and wrecked. Took it apart. This is thrashing in our yard. The haystack and back by the middle of the yard. Also, we had binders that they cut as he pulled the binders with the tractor towards the end. Bill and Benji wrote the binders. In our family, Benji must took a picture. Me in the 1937 Chevrolet again. Elaine's out to the house in the bushes. Dad and mother in front of the house at the shed. My aunt Helen on the porch. I remember those window boxes. This is the wheat grader being built. And the house. A couple of Dad's brothers come to visit. This is Leon, Dad's nephew. Violet and Elaine, the family getting ready. There's Bruce's tractor. He did the swathing, and we did the combining for all of us for a couple of years. It was the first truck we had. Benji and the new chicken house. The elevator gardener broke. It was the one across from the store. I got a new bicycle when I was 8. 1951, we bought a bigger combine. That was the truck we had at the time with me and the dog and Don in the same truck. We had 3 trucks all the time. We farmed until we got started with the big ones. Dad and the tractor in later years. This is Chris, Dad's brother, Grandin, and the church where we went. We replaced it with a new one and moved that one out to a farm by Gardner. This is Violet and the bicycle. These are the 200s that Dorothy and Angie Road being pulled by the tractor. $51,200 able to come to visit, and the truck semi-hauling out the cattle for the last time. 51 Chevy that we bought new, the 37 after I took it apart to make a spare out of it. My first car, 51 Ford Victoria hardtop. I tried to customize it. This is a 58 Ford, second car I had. The race car that we built, Dad looking at it with disdain. These are our tractor that we had, M International, second tractor and third tractor that we had at the same time. This was a storm sometime in the 60s, a brand new car that I bought. There we had the next combine, and one was 560 pulling it, the other one hooked to a John Deere 820. There's a Herald unloading grain with a auger. Leah with a new single door in the garage so we could get the tractor and overhaul it. There was 3 7-foot drills, so $190 for the next tractor after the John Deere. 3 kids, all in the water pool. Harold and I both bought a Oliver combine. In rows of combines are hard to get. And this is the next one we had was the 510 Massey. Jimmy helped us in the summer during school. There's the kids and the pigs we had one summer before we had beets, trying to make extra money. Didn't work out. They ate up too much food. His mother's hungry, Angie, while she's unloading the truck into the van. Her in the pickup. There's the beet trucks, and Harold's beet truck being loaded by the lifter. And Dad came out to do that. Bought himself a real slaughter. This is the anhydrous, the side dress of sunflowers. The 820 John Deere on the auger. This is a 936 versatile and the anhydrous applicator that they bought to the cultivator. This is a 855 versatile we bought new, pulling a first a cultivator and then air seeder. Bill, Don, and I, the grain dryer. This was on Thanksgiving. Then we traded that red truck off because we had trouble with it being much being a intrinsic fuel, and we got that black one. For washing the tractor off, Sammy and the dog, puppy, Bear, new dog. This is the N6 combine, our next combine, and a diesel mowing tractor, both newer. I was showing pulling sloths, yard pictures. This is a new deck that we put on after we put this basement in the house. Dad said that was one of his biggest mistakes with the other basement, was it didn't fit the house right. So we put a new basement under the house, and then they picked it up and put that under it, and then we put a additional and a deck later. Corby had a new bicycle. Leah by the garden, putting on Treflon with a tractor in 1936 in the cultivator for soybeans. That was filling the road ditch. 10-6 cleaner. We also had a seed cleaner for a while, but I don't have any pictures of that. This is the last cleaner that Corby bought in sale. We swapped the barley and wheat. Later on, we sprayed the wheat and swapped the barley if the barley couldn't have Roundup on it. They wouldn't take it for malting. We had two slaughters of Massey First and a John Deere, but they're both made by Brandon, Canada. We had all kinds of spares as a pickup. This one was never a sprayer, but it was bought new. Getting ready to sell it there. Bennett bought it, I guess. Richard repainted the car with hail damage on it, the mother had. Angie bought it in South Dakota. These are pictures inside the machine shed. This second machine shed we built. This is Weedy and Bennett, the combine. There's a pickup sprayer. Farm picture for the air. Here's a race car. Soybean fields and the kids and they were little sitting watching an auger fill a bin. Been running a combine and Derek. Bennett helps him all the time. Combine. He worked at a school, and then during he started the time off at the combine, he'd quit early and help him till dark. This is a lot similar to the auger. Kept building more bins all the time. There are the 3 graders when we had them. All set up for beans. They 936 in the cultivator. Bear is a puppy. Rooster that I built. Dalton and Cole had roll-out on the tractor that Grandpa had. It was there for a while. Corby bought those combine and truck. New used sale in Grand Forks. Leah brought the girls up for combine. William Lawrence, the neighbor, used the township board for reason to top Rosemont. Dorothy and I in a parade in Gardner. There's the third truck that we had. I guess we bought them all from Bob Jones from Park Path, Tabor. And Corby is new semi and trailer. This combine pictures of a new combine and semi. Then we seized it with a tractor, and we had a Concord first, and it plugged up, so we bought a John Deere disc safe, no-till drill. We sprayed the wheat, and the sprayer was twice as wide as the drill. That's my pickup and the truck. Dalton worked for us one summer, and he was chisel plowing. And there's a sprayer on the pickup. More combine pictures of Bennett running it. It's a new combine beans. There's a picture of the skip where it was a little wide, the head one filled up. It was easier to see the sprayer track then. Combine's being serviced. Place where the drill was in the ground that time, so a little shorter. Sammy and the dog. That's a new chisel plow, a new cultivator behind the tractor. Corby bought quad tracks and instead of versatiles. He bought the quad tracks. He liked the way they worked. There was a new train, which was a steam engine. Happened on the way, saw it on the way to dinner with the kids who came up every summer to pick rocks out of bean fields. Bought that truck at a sale. It was a Jimmy Diesel. Kids and picked rocks every summer, different amounts, with those four-wheelers and three-wheelers. Also painted buildings. Dawson. He took up to PCA dinners and ball game, I guess they had Tony and his share. And this car was up with deficits when we had dinner up there. And they lined 36, diesel plowing, water from the interstate to Arkansas. Happened every other spring or so. The one new dirt scraper, converted one, didn't fill up with mud so bad. servicing the combine wheat, new cultivator that was bought for got rid of arrows, keep on fishing in the summer at the lakes. Or you like trucks. He had 3 triaxles. This was the one that he had bought, and he put the extra axe on later. Like the seed early, sometimes snow after. Good crop then. Usually combine barley with a swatter and stage combine wheat afterwards sprayed with Roundup. Beans ripen naturally. And dumping the combine into the truck. We had big windstorm. There's an airplane spraying the field. And the self-propelled saucer again. And the line in between us and the neighbor at the quarter on section 10. There's a filling of the drill. The pickup had seed treatment in it, and filled that at the same time. Put treatment on when we filled it. It's a new cultivator and the big tractor. Sometimes it's sold when we're done with the beans. And chisel pull. John Deere. The 2 of them. There's a sprayer. Corey's probably enjoyed that sprayer. He could spray his own. He charged about $6-7 an acre to spray him with a plane. You could spray the wheat with that sprayer when it was tall with Roundup. It bad fuel in the sprayer, so he drained it out and burned it. Put on a new deck in the house. The last deck he had Audi sealed with a fertilizer skip. Made a lot of difference. Farm picture from the air. Jane's house, we were putting on new steps for the front. He kept up the yard as part of with the land. The new machine shed being built, he wouldn't buy machinery till he new machinery like the big tractors and stuff, till he combines, till he got a shed to put them in. So he put up this great big shed. There's a tractor in the shed, Sammy, and there's a farm before the shed. And the combine being serviced. It's a new tank. The motor went bad and the other one, he bought a new one without it. It's coal. He ran the combine one summer. green beans, and it went to big iron and bottom of shirt. Body and a tractor they restored. Chisel cultivator, and the air seeder was a new tank. They're filling the tank in the yard. Very light trucks. He had 3 triaxles, 2 semis. Then he bought the last purchase was a grain cart so you could combine a little faster. Farm picture from the air. He's restored, fixed up his Mustang, and things came to an abrupt end when he and Bob hit the tree. This is what was written about in the paper. Went to a ball game in Minneapolis with a lot of people for a party to celebrate what would have been his 50th birthday. The auction sale, Steph has handled the sale and renting of the land and sold also real estate, sold the buildings and stuff, and then rented the land to Paulson, who went through and ditched and all. There was 100 bushel wheat that year. You got seeded early, but never got to combine. Dick Jones combined it because he didn't have an early crop. The last time I drove a tractor was on the quarter that we bought, and I got the chisel flowing. Pictures of the ditching that they did. We had a ditch, but not cut the grade. We didn't have a laser. They had the equipment to do it and got it all ready for them to farm. And that's it.